Good morning, my dear student. Today we are going to start chapter water part 2. In previous lecture we have discussed about water resources and surface water. And in the case of surface water, there are many examples: rainwater, river and lake water, sea and ocean water. Then we talked about salinity. The concentration of salt in seawater is called salinity, means amount of salt present in water of sea is called salinity. And we know that the salinity of Dead Sea is the highest because it contains large amount of salt compared to the other sea water. And also we discussed with the image, human body can float over the Dead Sea and living thing cannot be exist in sea water because of high amount of salt. Now my dear student, we'll talk about underground water. When rainwater falls, the water get absorbed by the soil and it get collected under the ground. That is called groundwater. Yes, my dear student, after the rain, you can observe that after 1 and 2 hours, all water will disappear. Why it will happen? Because of absorption of water. It is absorbed by the soil particles and it get collected under the upper earth surface, and this collected water is called groundwater. In figure you can see that there are different soil layer. First layer is humus, second one is that topsoil, third one is that subsoil, and after subsoil you will get the groundwater. Now we will talk about water table. The level of underground water under the earth's surface is called water table. In simple language, the amount of water present under the earth's surface, that is called water table. And it can be vary from place to place. In somewhere place it may be high, in somewhere place it may be low. So that's why the level of water can be vary from place to place. Now we will talk about well water. The reservoir of water that are found above the impervious rock are called well. Again, reservoir of water means that collect the water are found above the impervious rock are called well. Depth of well vary from place to place. Why? Because it depends on the amount of water under the ground, means depends upon the water table. And already we have discussed the water table can vary from place to place. So depth of well also depends on the water table, where water is high and where is water is low, and accordingly we have to increase or decrease the depth of well. Now we will talk about spring water. At certain place, the underground water exerts pressure and comes out through crack on the earth's surface. This water is called spring water, and you can see very clear from the picture. Water is coming out from the crack of the rocks. Spring water contain some minerals, and when spring water contain sufficient amount of minerals in their water, that is called mineral spring. And mineral spring cannot be used for drinking purpose because the water of this kind of spring contain lots of minerals which may harm to our health. You know, my dear student, the water of some spring are very hot and peoples are used to go there to bath in their hot water. You can see vapors are coming out from the water. The first one is that Panamik, it is present in Ladakh. Second one is also in Ladakh. They are hot spring water. Third one is that Khir Ganga, Himachal Pradesh. Fourth one is that Khosal, it is also present in Himachal Pradesh. Fifth one is that Manikaran, Himachal Pradesh. There are lots of examples are there in India where spring water is hot. And why they are warm? Because of many minerals are present in their water and they are coming out from the cracks of the rock. Spring water contain lots of minerals like sodium, calcium, silicate, chloride and sulfate. Of these compound they contain, and because of presence of these element and compound, it is called mineral spring. Now we will talk about importance of water. Water is one of the most important resources on the planet. Without water, life cannot exist. Yes, my dear student, we know that. Water is very important for our life. Without water, we cannot live at least after 2 and 3 days. It is a very important for the life, for the human being, plants, animal, all living creature on the earth. Importance of water in which sustenance of life means all living things on the earth depends on water for their survival, growth. Water is essential for digestion, excretion in living things. Yes, my dear student, if you will take less water, there will no regular digestion of food will happen inside your body. You will suffer from constipation, stomach ache. That's why you have to drink much water as much as possible. It helps you in your proper growth, digestion of food and elimination of waste product from your body. Here you can see some examples. Drinking water, a small kid bathing. Don't waste water during bathing, my dear student. Drinking water by animals, you can see in figure, giraffe, cow, and germination of plant. Water play a very important role for the germination of plant. Without water, plant cannot be germinate from their seed. So you can see that after the sowing the seed, you used to give water to the seed which help in germination. Here you can see I have given a figure how water is very important for our body. You can see the first line. Our body is made up of 75% water. Means our body contains 75% water, approx. It regulates body temperature. It makes 83% of our blood. Our blood contains that much water. It helps in digestion. It removes waste from our body in the form of urine, in the form of sweat. So all these examples are given here. Just note down in your computer. It's a very important for our life, my dear student, and very clear it is given in a figure how it is very important for our body. So drink water as much as possible. In next class, we will talk about the uses of water in industry, for transportation, and some other uses. Till then, thank you and have a nice day, my dear student.